French President Emmanuel Macron has called an emergency meeting over the damage inflicted by the 18th and latest weekend of Yellow Vest protests. The anti-government rallies were once again marred by violence, with fires being set, luxury shops looted and clashes with police. The French government has admitted it failed to sufficiently contain the unrest. Well, let's now cross to our correspondent Medina Kochnev is in Paris. Medina, give us a sense what the government, because they've been putting forward very direct statements about we're going to do something. What are they going to do?
Well, officials here in France promised to present a new set of measures to avoid another wave of violent protests here on the streets of the French capital. And we expect these measures are expected to be announced this Monday as the French President Emmanuel Macron summoned top security ministers after police failed to contain extreme rioting that happened here just 2 days ago. And indeed, the French government has already admitted that not enough was done to prevent violence from taking place.
Analysis of events shows that the measures taken proved to be insufficient in containing the violence and preventing the actions of the rioters.
Last Saturday, Paris indeed saw an unprecedented sharp increase in violence. This iconic place, Avenue des Champs-Elysees, was practically left in a pile of glass and flames. Now, this street resembled a battlefield right after the protest. And now this completely burned down kiosk is a reminder of what happened here so recently. Now, police say that 10,000 protesters gathered here and 1,500 extremists had been identified. Over 240 people have been arrested, and overall over 80 shops, including some luxurious boutiques, were vandalized. French president was forced to cut short his skiing trip, and he said that what happened here is no longer a demonstration. It has become a national security threat.
What happened today on the Champs-Elysees can no longer be called a demonstration. These are people who want to destroy the Republic, even at the risk of killing. Everyone who was there was complicit in this.
Well, the Yellow Vests protested for 18th weekend, so now it is actually unclear how effective these measures may be, or whether they can even make things worse.
Yeah, certainly not settling down with springtime in Paris. Medina Kochnev live in the French capital. Thank you. Just to surmise really what Medina was going through there, ramped up measures against the Yellow Vests are still to be announced, although it is thought the French government is considering a ban on demonstrations on the Champs-Elysees. That's a big element of this. Political commentator Jean Brismont told me earlier it will not get to the crux of the problem.
They are probably going to ban demonstrations on the Champs-Elysees, but that's not going to change anything to the depth of the problem. The depth of the problem is that we have had 40 years of social regression, cut in social services, deindustrialization. And so people are fed up with respect to a policy for which Macron is not responsible. But Macron is so arrogant. He never mentioned anything about all the people who've been wounded, lost eyes, etc. The only concern about, this luxury hotel, restaurants and so on were being damaged. And this infuriates people even more. So he's responsible for his, and also going to the ski when he knows that Paris is going to be in trouble. Everybody has announced it. That raises the question also, why didn't the police prevent that? Because it was in the newspaper everywhere. Everybody knew that there would be violence.